Let's have a property tour, shall we? Brian LEBO here, and we have another wonderful Blue Heron home for you today. But today we're gonna do something a little different that we've never done before. Now, if you've been watching the channel for a while, we actually shot this floor plan in December at Blue Heron's other community on the Green Valley side of town called Owasso. Now, this Sancta model, that was the showcase home built by Blue Heron to showcase the community. Now, this home is located in Prado, which is a Blue Heron community on the Summerlin side of town. Now, this home, again, we've never done this before. This home is actually a private residence. This home was actually built for someone. They never occupied the property, and now they're putting it back on the market. So let's see what a Blue Heron home looks like when you actually build it, when you don't build it to spec as the showcase home. So today, I'm gonna show you some different features, some changes from the showcase home, and then we're gonna check out this backyard because it is amazing, and we gotta check out what has to change with the new regulations for pool size. So without further ado, let's get going towards the kitchen like we always do. But first, we're gonna discuss the flooring. So the flooring in the main floor of the downstairs of this home is all large format, 24 by 48 inch porcelain tile. Very modern, very much in all of the newer Blue Heron homes, kind of tying in with the new modern aesthetic, getting away from the whole gray and white motif. Now, the first deviation that we're gonna see has to do with the island. We always start off in the kitchen, we always start off on the island, but this is a little different. Now, in the showcase home, that had, at the time, the $30,000 Vegas Modern Island, which extends this island a little bit more and has that biophilic design running through the middle of the island. Amazing, amazing island. Not sure if it was worth the 30 grand, but I love it. It's an awesome island. So here we have a more normal island for this type of home where we have our obligatory waterfall return. And we always have to talk about this Blue Heron design language. They typically don't go with an edge profile that's really thick. Everything they do is more minimalist design, more European. So here you'll notice all the counter surfaces have a naked edge profile, which is 3/4 of an inch. So a little bit different. One other difference here in the kitchen area is over here. Now over here, you can clearly see we have a cavity. In the showcase home, this was actually a wet bar area. I believe it was a wet bar, but it had the smoked glass. It was a little bit different. This is choose your own adventure for a dry bar since there's no plumbing, I believe. But now as we get into the actual kitchen area, this is 100% identical. So here we have the TFL cabinetry that shows up in virtually every Blue Heron higher end home. And this is no difference. We have 6 feet of refrigeration. So we have the Sub-Zero 50-50 split refrigeration. Very wonderful, very much what you would expect. Coming down here, just like the model had, we have Wolf double ovens. We have the Wolf microwave and we have the Wolf espresso maker. So perfect design there for the kitchen. Then coming over on this direction, both counter surfaces are identical. So we have kind of a Calcutta quartz counter surface. And over here, they extended the counter surface into the backsplash to make it more seamless for the design. Now, let's talk about the grill top. So here we have commercial style 48 inch Wolf grill top. And I love this new style. Back in the day, Ashley and I would clash on this idea. You guys tell me what your thoughts are. I like having the ventilation hood sheath. So here they sheathed it in the same cabinetry. I just think it's a very nice, clean aesthetic, whereas some other people want to showcase the stainless steel ventilation hood. No right or wrong, but you guys tell me in the comments below what you think. Now, here's some changes over here. Now, we'll get to it in a moment, but one of the changes here in the island is right below me, we have a Sub-Zero wine chiller, where in the other one, we had an actual wine closet. So this will satisfy a lot of your wine needs. And you know where I'm about to go, guys. Before, I'll say we have an undermount sink, but you know what's coming next. You know the rule, over 3 million, we gotta have 2 dishwashers. Unfortunately, we're dealing with normal people here that aren't weirdos like me. So we do have a beautiful but singular dishwasher. But what you could do, and if you built a Blue Heron home, they're very amenable. So you could add a second dishwasher if you're a weirdo freak like me. But you could get rid of the wine chiller and put a secondary dishwasher, again, if you're a weirdo freak like me. All right, coming down here, here's another big change between what was showcased in the model versus in this. And again, I'm not sure if there's a right or wrong, but this is a little bit more functional. Now, you're gonna notice that all the closets in the property, including this pantry here, are all bare. And the reason is the owner of this property deliberately didn't put that in, so whoever purchases the property, they're gonna have, I believe, Scavallini put in all custom closets and pantries to your needs. So very nice to have that option available to you. It's like basically getting a brand new home. But now when we come in here, this is a massive pantry. In the showcase home, this area was designed to be like a prep kitchen, even though it was very small, but this was supposed to be a prep. Kind of cool if you had a soiree, but it's not large enough to actually satisfy like full catering needs. So this makes more sense to be an actual full huge pantry. So here you just have a big cavity, it's a massive pantry, and we even have a pocket sliding door to get in here. Now, one thing that normally I would say is kind of silly is over here, this door leads to the side of the house, which I guess nice to have access, but totally worthless to me. It just seems odd and weird, but it made sense if this was the prep kitchen area, so that way caterers could come in here and not disturb the guests. However, in this particular house, because you're on such a massive lot, we actually have the pickleball courts, the basketball court over there. So it's kind of neat to be able to come right in off the court, right into the kitchen and grab a drink. I thought that actually is a really practical design that makes a lot of sense for this particular home individually. All right, now coming out of the kitchen area, we have another cavity right here. So right here, this cavity could be used for a multitude of things. You could add extra refrigeration. I know in my home I had a cavity, so I added a second refrigerator. But here, this was also designed to be the wine closet. So if you wanted, you could put in refrigeration, have this be a beautiful wine closet, choose your own adventure. All right, now let's talk about the elephant in the room, which is how we got into this place. So another difference is while we do have dual pocket sliders, in this home, this is not an automated slider. In the showcase home, it was automated. Automated sliders are awesome. They're cool party tricks. The problem is they do tend to break. Sometimes there's framing issues with the house. As I've gotten older, I've learned to appreciate having something as analog as opposed to digital. I love gadgets, but it's just more things to go wrong. So you save money and you have a lot more reliability as opposed to the automated. So here we have a manual slider, but this is actually the front of your home. So literally your guests would come and walk right into your property. Very unique. I can't say that I've ever seen another floor plan like this, but again, beautiful community. It's not like you have to worry about solicitors just walking into your house. Now let's come over here and talk about the media wall. So here we have this dramatic media wall and we have double height ceiling. One thing you'll notice in this home, if you happen to be looking at the ceiling, which not many people do, is this does not have the Vegas modern ceiling, where typically Blue Heron was designing these with these Vegas modern ceilings that have these singular coves that have all of the HVAC linear air registers, as well as your recessed lighting. Kind of a cool design, but this kind of leads to a little bit of a better array as far as lighting and recessed lights. So this is a little bit more normal as opposed to the design language that you used to see with Blue Heron. Now over here, we have an accent wall of 12 by 24 inch porcelain tile, but then we have this absolutely gorgeous marble fireplace. This hearth is absolutely sensational. We also have a gas linear fireplace. Important to note, because it's like 5x as expensive as a nice high-end electric. So we have a great Da Vinci gas fireplace. And one other thing we're gonna discuss is the whole house is on a Savant system, so very, very intelligent, state-of-the-art. And this area, even though we have double height ceilings, this area has 7.2 surround sound. So all you need to do is add your left, center, right. We already have your mids and rear. And over here, we even have a built-in subwoofer. And you'll see on this wall, we have another built-in subwoofer. So speaking of other walls, let's mosey this way and check out the primary suite. One thing you're gonna notice right here, this is definitely different. In the showcase home, this area where you have the biophilic rocks, this was all a reflection pool that fed into the main pool and went around the conversation pit. With the new water restrictions, it's fundamentally impossible because the maximum amount is 600 surface area feet, which you'll see later, this exhausted that exact amount. So if you wanna see what 600 surface area feet looks like, this is the new type of pool. Now let's come down this hallway and let's check out the primary suite. We're gonna talk about this hallway a little bit later, but you kind of notice how the walls kind of condense a little bit over here. And that's for a very specific purpose, which we'll discuss on the backside. Now, coming into the primary suite downstairs, we have luxury vinyl laminate flooring, which leads into 24-inch tile over here that's porcelain. We have the water closet. One cool thing about this house is that every single toilet in this house is like a Japanese toilet, so it's automated. I believe it's all Kohler with the wall mounts. Really, really neat. And they did that even in the secondary bedrooms, which you don't normally see. But now let's check out this bathroom because there's definitely some changes in this bathroom. The showcase home at Awasi, they did the Vegas super bathroom, the Vegas modern super bathroom. Just bear with me. Whereas here we have a nice bathroom. So one of the main differences, which could be a little controversial, is here we have a normal wall with a mirror, whereas in the super master bathroom, you have an alternating mirror, glass, mirror. So it's kind of neat because you can see into the sleeping quarters. It's also not as functional because if you're in the sleeping quarters and someone's in the bathroom, you do have light spilling in. So this is a little bit more functional, but a little bit less of a wow factor, but more functional. So here we have nice quartz counter surface. We have the same TFL cabinetry, floating vanity. We have a really lovely floating bathtub, very nice. But right here, this is a major, major difference. You can kind of see we have the side of this house is about the size of a backyard. It's a massive side yard. So here we have a nice bank of windows. But in the showcase home, what they did was really, really unique. In the showcase home, they had a sliding door and they had an outdoor shower area. It made sense in that implementation because it was a normal little tiny side yard, and that was a really cool feature that they did. Here, it would make a lot less sense since you're actually using the side yard as a backyard. But now let's talk about the shower. Really, really wonderful shower. So very large. We have the beautiful tile that comes up to the curb. Coming in the shower, very nice. We have the same 24-inch tile that matches the floor, except in here it's honed, meaning it's polished. So if we start over in this direction, we have our handheld shower, we have our body washers, and we even had 2 shower heads. And one of the weird things is, lovely, we have a rainfall shower head. I just filmed 2 of the new custom Blue Heron homes, and those no longer have rainfall shower heads. So I thought it was kind of neat to see this because even at 6.3 million and 10 million, they're no longer doing rainfall shower heads for some reason. And then it's all wrapped into this Kohler digital valve system that'll control the temperature and which function that you're using. So just a great and functional shower. This is a wonderful and functional bathroom. Now, coming down this area, a little less exciting, but coming in here, this is a really large closet. So again, this is a cavity, but you can have the option, if you purchase this home, to have a custom-made Scavallini closet for your needs. So we've finished seeing the bathroom part. Let's go check out the sleeping quarters here as we come through again. But again, I really, really love this bathroom, but I'm interested to read your comments as to, would you prefer to have the outdoor shower? Do you prefer that Vegas modern bathroom where you can see into the sleeping quarters, or would that drive you crazy? I'm interested to hear your thoughts. I can see this going both ways. All right, coming into the sleeping quarters, we have a really nice, lovely bedroom. So over here to the left, a little bit different than the showcase home, but we do have a morning kitchen, if you will, or a wet bar if you like to wake up and drink. But we do have refrigeration, so whether that's for your water bottles or your morning glass of wine, you got that covered. Nice floating shelves, self-explanatory. We have a nice linear array of windows. I love that the height allows for natural light, but you don't have to worry about any privacy issues. And another thing, in this bedroom, this is already pre-wired with the speakers for 5.1 surround sound. And you can see over here, you even have a subwoofer. So very nice, very great option. Now, I absolutely love this perspective because from here, you have a sliding door that leads you right out into the pool, over to the Casita and the outdoor kitchen, which we'll see later. this backyard, side yard is incredible. And we even have a curtain wall of glass. Now over here, we have our media wall. So this one's a little naked, so you can put on whatever veneer you personally choose. But we do have a 60-inch gas fireplace again. And I love how Blue Heron adds the LED lighting at the top of the media wall instead of bringing it all the way to the top. All right, we have now seen the primary suite. So let's come down this hallway and let's chat about this hallway for a brief second. Now, it was a design philosophy pioneered by Frank Lloyd Wright to have compression and release, meaning you compress a space to allow for release to appreciate how open it is. So as we come into the family room from the primary, we have that compression, the ceilings are smaller, the hallway is a little bit more narrow, and we release into this massive double height area. Really, really neat. All right, let's come down this way a little bit because we've got a lot more changes and deviations from what was in the showcase. So the first thing we're gonna check out is this powder bathroom, because this is a little bit different. So in this powder bathroom, the other one had the Vegas modern bathroom. Everything's Vegas modern. Here we have a little bit more normal bathroom. So we have the floating vanity, quartz counter surface. We have a above mount sink, a nice floating mirror. We have the 12 by 24 inch porcelain tile. It's a perfectly nice powder bathroom. And again, we do have the Japanese style toilet, so that's kind of neat. Coming down here, let's check out the laundry room. So, you know, not too many laundry rooms are super sexy, but here we have a nice laundry room. So stainless steel undermount sink, same TFL cabinetry. The difference between this and the showcase home was that the showcase home actually had all that smoked glass, which was really, really beautiful. Less functional because you lost some of the cabinet space, and it's a laundry room, but I mean, it was really, really nice. And again, it's their showcase home, so what do you expect? Over here, this is the brains of the house. So over here, this has the control system, the Savant system, all your receivers. Again, the brains of the house. Now, behind this door, this leads us to the 4-car garage. In general, it's a garage, but a proper 2+2 for a 4-car garage, 2 tankless water heaters, and it even has HVAC functions. So even your cars can be climate controlled on the outside. So if you can't bear to get into a warm car, you can keep it at 70 degrees and get into a nice climate controlled vehicle before you even start it up. Now, this is a major deviation from the showcase home and really threw me for a loop because I didn't even know it was an option. But this is very interesting. So there's a couple things that I'm going to point out. So let's pan around this way a little bit, Gabby. So over here we have the staircase, and here we have a nice modern staircase. I believe in the showcase home, this was a floating staircase. And then this entire room was actually twice the size because this was more of like the fun room. So they had like a poker table, kind of a lounge, a viewing area. Here, this is actually better for a family because they were able to segregate this in half and create another bedroom. So instead, this becomes the viewing room. So we have a little area, almost like a cavity, where you could maybe put like a bench here or, you know, a beverage holder, beverage cart. But obviously you can tell this denotes where the display goes. So this would be another viewing area. And what's neat is this viewing area leads you right into the backyard. This is totally covered, which I love. And this leads you to the conversation pit, which we'll get to later. But now let's see what's on the other side of the wall, because again, in the showcase home, this was just blown out and wide open, which was really neat. But again, if you do have a large family or you have other needs, this changes it. So coming into this space, this is designed basically to be a bedroom. It's en suite. However, how cool is this? We have 2 pocket sliders. So this leads you right into the backyard. To me, this would be wonderful for an executive office. This would be wonderful to have a wellness room for like massages, yoga, since you're basically in the backyard. Or, you know, if you got kids and the oldest kid really wants to live well, then this could be the kids' room or where you put your guests that you really, really like. But when we get upstairs, this floor plan's neat because it has dual primaries. So as nice as this is, we have another bedroom that's even nicer. Now, coming into the bathroom, over here we have a cavity for the closet. Again, we discussed coming soon. And then over here, pretty normal. So we have a nice shower. We have the same cabinetry that we discussed before. And again, we have our Japanese toilet. We even have a nice window leading into the backyard. So just an awesome, awesome secondary bedroom with so many options for it. But now there's 2 more bedrooms. So let's check out the other 2 bedrooms and see what's going on over there. Again, all these bedrooms are ensuite, meaning they have its own bathroom. So coming in here, clearly it's a bedroom. There's not much to talk about, except let's pan over this direction. One really, really well thought out idea is every single bedroom has its own thermostat. That is awesome, especially when you're out here in the desert. I sleep freezing cold. It's gotta be 68 degrees for me to sleep. My partner, she's not so happy about the 68 degrees. She likes it more like 80 degrees, but if you have different people in different rooms that have different desires, this is great because everyone can have their own temperature. Now, coming in here, we have another ensuite bathroom. So same TFL cabinetry, very nice, quartz counter surface, Japanese toilet, and its own shower. You get the idea, gets it done. All right, we have one more bedroom to finish up the first floor. So coming around this way, this door is for the HVAC, so not super sexy. And then here we have another bedroom. This leads to the side of the house. This is probably the least exciting of the bedrooms. So this is where you put your guests that you don't really care for, or you put that one child that, needs to work on his grades. They get this bedroom. So here again, we have same cabinetry. Basically it's the same exact bathroom that we just saw. All right, guys, we have seen the entire downstairs of this property. Now meet me upstairs and let's see what's going on up there. All right, guys, welcome to the second floor. We're currently in the loft, but one of my favorite aspects is this view. So from here, we're overlooking the family room, your front door, which is the 15-foot slider, but we have tons of windows. And here you can get a very good vantage as far as the ceiling. I love the coffer ceiling and the LED lighting, really, really great. So coming around this area a little bit, you can see this is a massive, massive loft. So again, we basically have 3 viewing areas, but this right here, you can make into a movie theater, just a viewing area. Again, this is designed, it seems a little bit more to be a family home. So this would be a great place to have all the children's toys and out of sight from anyone that's coming over to visit. So let's come over this direction and see one of the secondary bedrooms. Clearly over here to the right, this is the staircase that we just came up. This is our HVAC controllers. And then coming in here, we have another secondary bedroom. So a good guest bedroom. And one of the things, even this closet, even though this is a secondary bedroom, it is massive. It's the size of a primary closet in most normal homes. So really nice to have. Now, this is an interesting one here. Now behind me, this bathroom serves 2 functions. So while this is kind of an ensuite bathroom for this bedroom, check this out. If we come around the other side, this also has access to come from the loft area. So if you do have guests upstairs watching in the loft, this would be the bathroom that they would use to access. Normal bathroom, so we have the same TFL cabinetry, our Japanese toilet, and the difference is this shower has a bathtub, so normally you want to have at least 1 bathtub in the house for your fur babies or for children, so that's this one. All right, coming down this direction, now let's see some more of the interesting stuff, including a secondary primary suite. I guess me every single time. This is really neat because the way this house was designed, I'll get to it in a moment, but there's a couple different options that you have. Now, first off, over here, we have a really large, beautiful outdoor balcony overlooking the pool area. So very nice for your guests that are staying in here. Now, again, let's say your parents have to come live with you. Let's say you have children or friends that are staying with you. This is a second primary suite and it's really, really neat for a secondary. So over here on this wall, this was a little bit scaled down since the main primary is actually downstairs. So here we have a media wall. It's just pretty naked. Obviously your display goes up here and no fireplace. We have gorgeous views coming out of this window. So this overlooks the pool and we're actually overlooking the model for Prado, which I actually filmed. There'll be a link below in the description. And then up here, we have a nice linear window. So tons of natural light, really great, and a huge size, because again, this is your second primary suite. Now, coming into the bathroom, this was utilized as an option. I was kind of hoping they didn't do it because I haven't seen it done the other way, but clearly this is more popular. So over here on the left and right sides, we have his and her vanities. They're very large, very oversized. I mean, this is, in most cases, this is a primary suite. So really, really neat to have that option. Coming over here, we have another massive, massive shower, nice bench. We have two typical shower heads, and we have a rainfall shower head. So what a great, great, great shower. Again, it's a second primary suite. Coming over this direction, we have the water closet. And again, we've talked about it, all Japanese automated toilets. And then back here, this is where things are a little bit different. So right now we are in the cavity for a massive closet. This is pretty much the size of most secondary bedrooms. Now, the option was you can either have this massive closet and this massive bathroom, or this turns into a bedroom and then you end up with a smaller bathroom. So really neat, and a multitude of ways you can build this. All right, guys, we've seen downstairs. We've now finished the upstairs. I can't wait to show you this backyard because it truly, truly is incredible. So meet me downstairs and let's check out this backyard. All right, guys, welcome to the backyard. Now, obviously we are in the conversation pit, and I love what they did with this. So in the showcase home over at Awasi, all of this was waterscaping. So where you see the biophilic rocks coming around, all of this was actually a reflection pool that led into the main pool. Obviously, with the new water restrictions, that's not possible. So what they did is they put in some natural landscaping and they expanded this conversation pit. What's really neat about the conversation pit is you don't even have to talk. These three boxes for electrical are for an actual display. So you can actually have 3 displays. So you can sit here, have the fire going, watch the game. A really, really, really cool way to enjoy the backyard. So now let's check out a little bit more of the backyard. Over here to the left, this was that wellness room that I kind of alluded to earlier, just because of its ability to be part of the backyard. I just thought that was really wonderful. So speaking about wellness, you'll notice there's a big theme going on here with wellness, and it's also a big focus with Blue Heron moving forward since waterscaping is no longer a thing. So you'll notice over here we have the steppers with the biophilic design fill, but this is really neat, and this wasn't in the showcase. So here we have a lovely patio, covered patio area, but especially if you're an athlete or you're just very active, here we have a great cold plunge. So wonderful, wonderful if you're a very physical person and you need that recovery. Now over here, this is pretty neat too. Here we have an outdoor sauna. So really wonderful for those of you that love to use the sauna. Honestly, in about 3 weeks, you can just walk outside and get the exact same effect. Now, over here, we have this great artificial turf area. So this is wonderful for your kids and your fur babies. And obviously it looks perfect all year round. But I love this vantage point for the pool. So let's talk about this pool for a moment. This is 600 surface area feet, which is the maximum allowed by the new law. But they did a wonderful job with it. So we still maintain the infinity edge. We do have a sheer descent for the water feature. And I love that they used a pebble tech for the surface, but the pebble tech is so light that it almost looks like plaster. So it maintains that crisp, fresh pool feel. And if you're like me, this Baja shelf has a hole for the umbrella. So if you don't need to work on your tan, you're good to go over there. All right, now check out this structure that I'm currently underneath. This is a major, major add-on for the property. Now, Blue Heron hates when I talk about pricing, but when we filmed this, 6 months ago, this was a $200,000 option over there, and that includes the casita and the outdoor kitchen that's covered. If you just wanted the casita, it was $170,000. Obviously, that's subject to change, so don't quote me on the price and get me in trouble, but that's what it was costing. Now, coming over here, we have a gorgeous granite counter surface bar top, and we have the outdoor kitchen. So we have a wonderful Lynx barbecue grill. We have a sink. We even have refrigeration. So if you are in the pool, you don't have to run into the house to grab a drink. You can keep them here. And of course, more places to watch TV. So here you can just mount a display, sit at the bar, have some drinks, enjoy the pool. Awesome. Now, let's say you needed to use the restroom. Here we have a dedicated door that leads you right into the bathroom. So if you just need to run from the pool in and out real quick, you can do so there. But this leads us into the Casita, which we currently have blown open. So in the Casita, obviously we can access the bathroom here as well, but what an awesome space. So whether you want to make this into an actual bedroom, whether you want to make this an executive office, this is just a really great space. And of course, it's very far away from the home. So if there's something you need to do that's noisy, this is a wonderful place. We have a very large walk-in closet here as well. But let's check out the side of this house. This is something that couldn't have happened over at Owasso in the showcase home because the side yard was like a fifth the size. But look at this vantage. I love that we have artificial turf for the look, but now we have real grass over here. So this is even better for your fur babies if you have kids that want to play. Just a huge area, plenty of room to toss the baseball around. I love the steppers. I love the biophilic design. Just a wonderful, wonderful way to use this backyard, which technically is a side yard. But this is arguably my favorite part of the house over here. We were able to scrunch in a pickleball cart as well as a basketball court. So I love pickleball now because I'm getting old, my knees are busted, but I love the fact that we still have a proper basketball hoop, and I love the fact that it's UNLV colors. So really, really neat. Guys, I'm dying to read your comments. So what did you think? Did you like the showcase home more? Do you like some of the changes that took effect here? Is it more important to have a larger yard where you have the side yard and the basketball hoop? What do you think about what they did with the pool for the waterscaping? Leave your comments. I always read and I try to engage with you guys. Special thanks to Terry Wade for allowing me to film this property. Make sure you click to like, click to subscribe. I'll see you all in the next one. Deuces.